Meanwhile, all that mid one has had to ferry out is more mana. Pops of Clarity, has a Mango, has a Ring of Aquila as well for the natural regeneration. And that was really the only thing stopping him from punishing Yawar even further. Yapzor really doesn't seem to have anywhere to go. Necrophos is handling the bottom dual lane just fine, so he's just going to continue to threaten a Templar Assassin. SVG going for the suicide will be there before the TP out. So he's just going to come right back to lane, full health, full mana, and just be that constant threat. Finally though, Ace does manage to get the level 3. Puppey's going to be pushed back. Resolution goes for the double leap onto Puppey. Will be able to finish up and gets the first blood. All 3 leaps expended, but Ace, it's a level 3 Meepo. Can't really do anything to threaten him now. Hit by the arrow, he's going to have to poop away. Will be able to get out. Very rapidly fall behind in net worth. You can see that building up. 4,000 gold lead right now for Team Secret. The smoke and the wrap in from behind. Fada's going to be caught here. Wraithfire Blast will manage to catch him with a blink away. They just don't have any instant damage, and now the Meepo comes in, already blowing up the Undying. They do manage to finish off the reincarnation. Ace is going to be slowed down. A lot of damage coming his way. He's already dead. The Yawar has no refraction. He needs to be able to back out the Tombstone. It's making this a problem for Secret. They do manage to take it down finally. Mid one slips away into the night. But VGJ Storm got a pretty good fight for themselves and will be able to get the objective.
Are still level 13.
Oh, bottom lane, they do get the Meepo pickoff onto SVG. That's an Undying down, and already Secret are smoked up. After they got the pickoff with the Clinks, they immediately smoked are going to invade into the jungle. Now they're showing the Necrophos right now in top lane. And they will get baited. Manage to blink again. They just can't seem to get any damage on this guy.
As the game goes on, it's so scary as mid one. Setting up for bottom lane with the diffusal. Snaking.
And a Reaper's Sight, just to make sure he's out of the game for as long as possible. And immediately, again, they get a pickoff, boom, smoke. They just give VGJ Storm no space to be able to recover after they've won the laning phase so hard.
This is such a suffocating style of Dota. I haven't seen Seek play this fast all tournament long. But they're doing it here, smoke after smoke, rotation after rotation. Yapzor gonna run into Resolution himself.
And at the same time, they managed to get the Fisher jump in with the enchant, held him, slowed him down. The last word is only gonna allow him 1 leap to be able to get away, but it just might be enough. Resolution may be found here. You've got that Blink Dagger ready to go, so he can diffusal, attack, and Yawar blinks away, complete right with him. In fact, he's gonna go for SVG instead. Just kind of poking at him. Fisher block attempted here. Cancelled though. Top lane, they do have Meepo who's going to go in for the kill. Managed to find the Wraith King. He's just a big pot of gold now.
That's back-to-back deaths. Blocked his own camp.
Fisher block, and not enough to be able to burn through the refraction. Yawar does get the blink away. But you know it's a rough game when the highlights for VGJ Storm is them not dying. They're still losing objectives. Every single time they have to retreat, they're going to lose another objective. But hey, at least you didn't die.
Going high ground. Still has the Aegis on him. Not for too much longer. Mid one's going to run into Snaking once again. Doesn't have the ult. She's going to blink dodge the stun.
Desolator for the Templar Assassin, I guess. But it is all Secret all day. They don't need to go high ground yet. They've still got a tier 2 bottom lane. You've got a second Roshan you can get. They don't initiate on him. He'll just take the tier 3 super fast. Gonna have another smoke up with one of the Meepos. And Snaking, they know he doesn't have reincarnation just yet. A full minute left on that one. I mean, this is always the worst kind of game with Wraith King where you can't even get to your level 2 ultimate because the level 1 cooldown of reincarnation is so long.
Ace threatening the high ground. Aegis is still available for him for a little bit longer.
I like how he's faking out all the poofs there. Threatening, oh, I'm gonna blink on you maybe, but just keeps VGJ Storm a little honest while Secret do take the tier 3. Now it's gonna be a melee Rax. And maybe an easy retreat. Most of the Meepos are quite low thanks to the zombies.
Gotta be careful here.
Need to be able to kill some of these zombies. They do have the global silence alongside the Fisher. They hop back. One of the Meepos does manage to jump away, the weakest one. And begins now. Templar Assassin Trap spotted it too.
On Keep of the Light. This is the best opportunity that they're going to get. I think that's why Secret is being a little bit hesitant to just walk in, even though they are so much stronger. That's why they want to take the fight first. VGJ Storm wisely. They're just holding the high ground arrow.
Snaky going to be targeted here. The Diffusal Blaze burning out a lot of that mana. Does pop the Magic Stick, but a huge Echo Slam on the side. Managed to lock down two. Both the supports are already dead. Resolution forced to pop his BKB. The second life of Snake King leaves him with little to be able to chew on. Here is mid one. BKB finally does manage to get a Wraith Fire stun onto him. Slowed down by the Fisher though. Mid one catches up and claims his life. 3 dead on the side of VGJ Storm. Secrets. Flawless victory approaching here with the 16,000 gold lead and a push into the high ground for the second time in this short game.
They go high ground, take this tower. Not a whole lot that Storm can do. They do have Tombstone up, but to what avail as this tower is going to go down fast. They didn't even have to wait for the Aegis and Cheese. They don't even have any of their major abilities, but they're still going for a Puppey.
Resolution once again tries to go for the quick kill on to Puppey, and they get it. Thanks to the soul rip of SVG, Yawar jumps in, pops his BKB, but Ace is already out. Fada's going to be left behind, it looks like. Slowed down by the Templar Assassin trap. And again, VGJ Storm are just left with the crumbs after Team Secret take a big hearty meal inside of VGJ Storm's base. Yapster's going to go for the TP out. He's still going to be found as well. Okay, that's 3 pickoffs. Can they get Ace as well? Mid one will be able to take down Resolution. Pops BKB, trying to get the gem, but Snake King grabs it instead. So mid one is forced to flank away. Fortunately, this smoke doesn't work for them, though.
How do you start a fight? No Blink Dagger on this Wraith King still. You have to wait for Secret to overextend.
Yeah. Seems like one of those times where you just got to position yourself on high ground areas and hope Secret run into you. But Snake King, he's going to be chased here. Plate mail on him, but no reincarnation. He's going to be worked by mid one. Takes down that Tombstone as well. All right, now he's going to retreat. VGJ Storm, can they reinitiate now that the BKB is gone on mid one? And they do have a buyback on Wraith King. They can pull him in with the Keeper of the Light if they really want to. But all the meanwhile, Ace had that Roshan under control. Aegis and Cheese for him.
The damage is always going to be there for him, so these BKBs aren't even a game saver for Storm. Rezo trying to farm up whatever he can.
Side device stops him from being able to kill Puppey. Tries to go for the trap kill instead. Caught by the Reaper's sight. He doesn't get Puppey and is now going to be dead for 100 seconds. One too many times they tried to kill the captain of Team Secret. And now Secret's going to be knocking on that final lane of racks. There's still, of course, the range racks is left on both sides, but they are a poultry sum. VGJ Storm to hold on to. Take out some of the traps just to make sure everything's looking good. Mid one starts laying the damage onto that tier 3. Wraith King tries to challenge. Walk away from him after the buyback is forced on that Templar Assassin.
Yeah, they have to just wait for daytimes. Hope that the Superior Vision game is enough as the Meepo clone almost...
All right, there goes his reincarnation. Mid one has the BKB at 80 point in time. Does have the Diffusal Blade to be able to slow down Snake King, so he's dead. Does have a buyback. And Fada just kind of fearlessly charging onto the high ground, seeing what's what, and sees that really nobody's home, so they go straight for the tier 3. Glyph is already activated. An arrow coming out, trying to move those meeples, does snag one of them. Now SVG lays out the Tombstone at a distance. They're just going to try and kill this one Meepo from a distance. But the Fisher comes in. They try and focus down the Tombstone. Not going to be good enough. Snake King tries to go in again with his Blade Mail. Already dead. Now the Scythe Device placed onto the Mirana.
There's so many zombies though.
The zombies are creating big problems. Now the Echo Slam jump in again. Catching the 2 supports. Reaper's Scythe brings down the Keeper of the Light. Yapster's up next though. Resolution and UR with their double BKBs. Hunt down a support or 2. Ace finally falls, losing his Aegis. But everybody's low on the side of VGJ Storm. Even SVG, who barely lives, need to be able to get back the pound, but they can't give up Ancients at the same time. Oh no! Now the Keeper of the Light is dead. They needed to be able to keep that healer during this daytime. The other support dies as well. SVG does have a buyback. They've got range Raxes left in mid and bottom. VGJ Storm are going to have to fight this 3 versus 5, but they call it here. It felt like it was over for a while. Secret just dominated the laning phase and showed just picture-perfect ways to be able to crowd an enemy team out of their own jungle, how to control a map, and just give them no opportunities to come back.
We talked about the last pick, Meepo, but I think it was the Clinks that did even more work. Mid one took his mid tower, he dominated his mid lane, he killed cores around the map, he took the top tower.